guys, Mr. Shiny Side here. Welcome back to my channel. It's been a while. Where have I been? Traveled back to the homeland for 4th of July and just been kind of chilling out. Had a little bit of a surgery done on my dog and she's fine, but I've kind of been pet mom primarily as opposed to beauty blogger. And I have to apologize for the state of my hands. They've seen some better days. I've definitely got some leash burn going on these two fingers, so I'm not even that great as pet mom. But I'm going to continue on with my Declutter series. This is kind of going to be a 2-for-1. So I actually have my eyeshadows, my single shadows, not in palettes, separated out into these two bags. So in this bag I have all of my single shadows, pressed pigments, loose pigments, stuff like that, and then like my glitter glue by E.l.f. that you saw in my primer declutter is in here with it. And then in this bag I actually have liquid or cream eyeshadows. So whether they're pot or they're in a tube, they're all in here. So I'm gonna go ahead and get everything dumped out. Well, I'm hoping that you can see everything. I kind of have everything squished in as closely as possible, and I can tell some things are actually leaking. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with the glitter primer. I moved this in my declutter, you know I'm keeping that. I'm also going to go ahead and use Jessica Brown's rules of like, what would you buy again? I for sure love all of my Infallible eyeshadows. The colors that I have are Infinite Sky 222, Iced Latte, which is supposed to be a dupe for Steela's Kitten. I have 997 Eternal Sunshine. I have 557 Glistening Garnet, which I feel like is more of a hot pink than a red. I also have 890 Bronze Taupe and 892 Amber Rush. What beauty blogger doesn't have that? So I'm keeping all of those for sure. The next ones that I'm going to keep are going to be my Primal colors. I actually use this on my mermaid look that I have up. I believe I wore it in one of my videos. I can link it down below. But these are awesome. I think that I kind of wanted to play around with brighter colors. These are really affordable. I think they're like maybe $4.99 each, and the pan size is actually pretty good. And they're all considered hot colors. They do also have like a black that I did not pick up. I have plenty of palettes in my collection that have darker colors, and I tend to stick to brighter colors on the lids. So I have it in hot pink, hot fuchsia, hot red. That's a true red that's cheap from the drugstore, which you can't find. Hot orange, yep, and then hot blue. So I'm keeping all those. Other things that I want to keep, I really do like the ColorTattoo cream shadows, even though I don't use them a ton. This one is in Creamy Beige, and this one is in Deep Forest. I like those ones. This was a limited edition color in Black Orchid. It's a very faint, kind of like taupey lilac color, and I like that as well. So I'm gonna keep all those. I'm gonna switch it up because now it's gonna get difficult. I'm gonna switch it to, I'm just gonna get rid of old stuff because I've had stuff in my collection for too long. I don't know if any of you guys even remember these. This is when I was really starting to get into makeup. Revlon had these things called bedroom eyes, and it's basically very similar. These are actually Victoria's Secret Beauty Rush things. This is a powder, they call it a powder liner, but really it's just like a shadow that has like the little pointy sponge tip applicator, and you dip it into the product. This was a sparkly, kind of a navy, but it looked really dark and really nice on the eye. This is in Sultry Sapphire. And then I also had one in brown and in like a gunmetal gray color that's called Jet Set. Brown to Earth and Jet Set. I'm gonna get rid of these three. I can definitely figure something else out in my collection, but I think if I was gonna get something different, these were basically the precursor to the Smoky Sime that they have at the drugstore now, which is basically the same idea, just different packaging. So I'm gonna get rid of these, and then I can eventually in the future do something different. And those are gonna go in the garbage just because they're too old. Personally, I'm gonna get rid of things that are broken. So this Catrice Liquid Metal Eyeshadow in We Are the Champagnes, I think this one's called. It's actually straight gold. I don't think it's champagne at all, like it's very golden. And then this is in Mauve's Like Jagger. These are really cool. They definitely came to me broken when I ordered them online through Ulta, because that's where you can find Catrice Cosmetics. But I'm just not about it. I have these tones in the Infallible press shadows that I use more often than this. Once I got the gold, I kind of figured these ones are gonna go. I am gonna try to put these in Project Beauty Share just because I maybe used them once or barely didn't use them at all when they came shattered. I really can't remember. But I still think that they would help someone if they wanted a funky colored shadow. So I am gonna keep the Wet n Wild Color Icon Loose Pigment in Dom and Cherry on top. This is a limited edition pigment, loose pigment, that came out for the holidays this last year, and I really think it's beautiful. I think this would be good if you wanted to mix it into something. If you wanted to mix it in to make like a highlighter, or is very good to put on the eye. It is a different tone than the rose gold amber rush shade that I have in my Infallibles. This is more of like a yellowy rose gold, so I'm gonna keep this. I'm gonna go ahead and pass on the e.l.f. baked eyeshadows. This is in Burnt Plum and this one is in Toasted. I honestly don't like this formula. I think it's kind of crap that e.l.f. products, then they're baked, you have to like scrape off the top layer to make them usable, and I didn't do that with these, so I'm just gonna pass these on to Project Beauty Share. Going in that same vein, this is the e.l.f. Long Lasting Lustrous Eyeshadow, and I wrote Soiree because this isn't labeled anywhere, it was just on the packaging. I never use this. I know people like Dana Ann here on YouTube love it, but it's just like a weird consistency. It's like not even it's not a cream shadow, it's like a jelly topper kind of a thing where it's like got a little bit of sparkle to it. It's just not my cup of tea, and this is old, so this is going in the trash. This is a pigment that I found. My mom actually had this, and it wasn't opened, and I want to give it a shot. It looks like the prettiest gold pigment ever. This is so old, but I want to give it a shot. So I do like this e.l.f. Smudge Pot in Cruisin' Chic. It's very similar to ones that I have, but I feel like it's a lot easier to work with, so it's more blendable. The ColorTattoo in the pot form, similar to this, are a lot stiffer than this. This is a lot creamier of a formula. So I think once I run out of those colors, I'm gonna repurchase it in the e.l.f. Smudge Pot form in different colors. This is kind of the replacement that I have for the smoky graphite colored one by Victoria's Secret. And this is a NYX shadow in Smoke and Mirrors. This one's seen better days. I tried to depot it, but there's like no way to depot this one. I had a pink one and this one, and the pink one you could depot, but this one for some reason doesn't have, like, I think it's baked into the packaging in here. So I'm gonna keep this one. I am gonna get rid of the NYX Roll-On Shimmer. This is very similar tone to the Wet n Wild one, but I used to, did anybody else use something like this when they were younger? I loved, there was something very similar by like Maybelline or L'Oreal. I had a pink one like this, and then I also had like a gold one like this. This isn't the right shade, but it was just so easy to put on eyeshadow. When we went to school, in the mornings, it would take no time at all. The one that I had that I remember from being a kid didn't have as much fallout as this one has, and this one just doesn't put out enough product. So I'm gonna pass this on. I feel like these are very similar to each other, the Maybelline ColorTattoo and the Jordana, the only difference being the shades. I got this eye chrome in the shade Bronze Sheen because I thought it would make my green eyes pop more because it's such like a antique gold, but I honestly am not a huge fan of it on myself. So I'm gonna go ahead and pass this one. I do actually like the Jordana one because it's more of a taupey gold. I'm gonna keep this one. I haven't had it for too long. This one is in Immortal Metal. Oh, this Revlon Photo Ready Eye Art. This one makes me mad. This one I got because it looked like a dupe for the kind of like touch and soul things that they have at Sephora. Now the difference being is that this is actually a cream shadow, which is the same, but this side isn't a loose glitter. It's a actual glitter liner, so it's like a sticky situation. I tried to put this on my eye over this, and I also tried to put this on my eye with the glitter primer to see if it would stick down better to give me the look of the Stila Magnificent Metal things, but this stuff burns, so I have no idea what is in there that it's causing my eyes to burn, but this is this is going away. These are more up my alley for shades that I will wear of the ColorTattoo. So this one is in Beige Luster. I like that one. And then this one is in Gilded Rose. I do have a Instagram post on my account that shows that this color is a dupe for a Too Faced shade. So check that out. I'm Missing Shiny Side there as well. I like this Catrice Liquid Metal eyeshadow. I just wish it was brighter, so I think I'm actually going to declutter this one. This one is not broken, surprisingly. I did use it once. That's in the What Do You See? I think I am going to replace this with the L'Oreal Infallible Pressed if they have a similar tone. I love teal. This is very much the teal color that I love, but I've never used it because it's a crazy color and I'm gonna get rid of it. This Laura Mercier Rose Gold Caviar Stick. I got this in a Sephora Play. It's okay. I don't see the hype in it because it's a shade that I have over and over in my collection, but I am gonna keep it and use it up because I wanna use this as a comparison on my channel. But this last one I am gonna go ahead and declutter. It even still has the freaking clearance tag on here. I've never used this. This is a Rimmel London Kate eyeshadow stick. It's a bright blue color. I had ideas of this being a liner topper, like when that was popular, where you would do like a wing liner and then put another color on top, whether it was like white or, you know, bright blue or something, and make it pop. But this is just not thin enough to do that, and I'm not keen on wearing that color all over the lid. So I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of that. We're gonna go ahead and show you what we're keeping. All right, so here are all the things I'm keeping. And these are all the things I'm getting away. These 4 items are the only ones that are going in the trash. The rest of these items are all gonna go over and be donated. So I think I did pretty well. If you have any eyeshadows that you love, that are singles, that you think would be a good fit for me, please comment down below and let me know, or send it over to me on Instagram, Snapchat, or Twitter. I'm also on Pinterest if you want to follow me over there. I'm Mrs. Shiny Side everywhere. Please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and I'm going to go ahead and continue on with my declutter series. And if you haven't hit that subscription button yet, please do, and also ring the bell. That way you'll be notified anytime I upload, since it has been a little bit scattered over the last few weeks. But I will see you guys again next time. Bye, guys.